Cade Mila Falcha. Welcome to the Treasured Tales of Ireland, a place where you can come to listen to the many myths, legends, folk tales, and fairy tales of the Emerald Isle, helping keep the stories of the past alive. My name is Mylinda Butterworth, and I will be your teller of tales. I hope you'll join me each week for new stories. If you enjoy my work, please like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. Additionally, be sure to explore my other story collections for more tales. Before we begin, please note that if you are using the closed caption feature of this video, that many Irish names do not sound the way they appear, and we've made every effort to pronounce them correctly. Now, let's get started. Today, we continue with the Book of the Fianna, Huntings and Enchantments, with the story of The Hospitality of Cunnas' House, Part 4 of 14, Episode 42. It happened one day that Finn and Oisin and Quilta and Diarmuid and Louis' son went on the top of Carnfielgold with their 5 hounds with them. Bran, Shiolan, Sharv Dove, Lua Lua Har, and Nual. And they were not long there till they saw a giant coming towards them, very tall and rough, and having an iron fork on his back, and a squealing pig between the prongs of the fork. And there was a beautiful, eager young girl behind this giant, shoving him on before her. "Let someone go speak with those people," said Finn. So Diarmuid went towards them, but they turned away before he came to them. Then Finn and the rest rose up and went after them. But before they came to the giant and the girl, a dark druid mist rose up that hid the road. And when the mist cleared away, Finn and the rest looked around them, and they saw a good lighted house at the edge of the ford near at hand. They went on to the house, and there was a green lawn before it, and in the lawn 2 wells, and on the edge of one well there was a rough iron vessel, and on the edge of the other a copper vessel. They went into the house then, and they found there a very old white-haired man standing to the right hand of the door, and the beautiful young girl they saw before sitting near him, and the great rough giant beside the fire, and he boiling a pig. And on the other side of the fire there was an old countryman having dark gray hair and 12 eyes in his head, and his 12 eyes were 12 sons of battle. And there was a ram in the house having a white belly and a very black head, and a dark blue horns and green feet. And there was a hag in the end of the house, and a worn gray gown on her, and there was no one in the house but those. And the man at the door gave them a welcome. And then the 5 of them sat down on the floor of the house, and their hounds along with them. "Let great respect be shown to Finn, son of Cumhail, to his people," said the man at the door. "It is a way I am," said the giant, "to be asked always and getting nothing." But for all that, he rose up and showed respect to Finn. Presently there came a great thirst on Finn, and no one took notice of it but Quilta, and he began complaining greatly. "Why are you complaining, Quilta?" said the man at the door. "You have but to go out and get a drink for Finn at whichever of the wells you choose." Quilta went out then, and he brought the full of the copper vessel to Finn, and Finn took a drink from it, and there was a taste of honey on it while he was drinking, and the taste of gall on it after, so that fierce, windy pains and signs of death came on him, and his appearance changed that he would hardly be known. And Quilta made greater complaints that he did before on account of the way he was, till the man at the door bade him to go out and bring him a drink from the other well. So Quilta did that, and brought in the full of the iron vessel, and Finn never went through such great hardship in any battle as he did drinking that draught from the bitterness of it. But no sooner did he drink of it than his own color and appearance came back to him, and he was well as before, and his people were glad when they saw that. Then the man of the house asked, was the pig ready that was in the cauldron? "It is ready," said the giant, "and leave the dividing of it to me," he said. "What way will you divide it?" said the man of the house. "I will give one hind quarter to Finn and his dogs," said the giant, "and the other hind quarter to Finn's 4 comrades, and the fore quarter to myself, and the chine and the rump to the old man there by the fire, and the hag in the corner, and the entrails to yourself and to the young girls that is beside you." "I give my word," said the man of the house, "you will have shared it well." "I give my word," said the ram, "it is a bad division to me, for you have forgotten my share in it." With that, he took hold of the quarter that was before the Fianna and brought it into a corner and began to eat it. On that, the 4 of them attacked him with their swords, but with all the hard strokes they gave, they could not harm him at all, for the swords slipped from his back the same as they would from a rock. "Oh, my word! It is a pity for anyone that has the like of you for comrades," said the man with the 12 eyes, "and you letting a sheep bring away your food from you." With that, he went up to the ram and took him by the feet and threw him out the door from the fell on his back, and they saw him no more. It was not long after that the hag rose up and threw her pale grey gown over Finn's 4 comrades, and they turned to 4 old men, weak and withered, their heads hanging. And when Finn saw that, they came to great dread on them, and the man at the door saw it, and he bade him to come over to him, and he put his head in his breast to sleep. Finn did that, and the hag took her covering off the 4 men the way that when Finn awoke they were their own shape again, and it is well pleased he was to see that. "Is there a wonder on you, Finn," said the man at the door, "at the ways of this house?" "I never wonder more at anything I ever saw," said Finn. "I will tell you the meaning of them, so," said the man. "As to the giant you saw first," he said, "having the squealing pig in the prongs of his fork, Sluggishness is his name, and the girl here beside me that was shoving him along is Liveliness, for liveliness pushes on sluggishness, and liveliness goes farther in the winking of an eye than the foot can travel in a year. The old man there beyond with the 12 bright eyes betokens the world, and he is stronger than any other. And he showed that when he made nothing of the ram. The ram you saw betokens the desires of men. The hag is old age, and her gown withered up your 4 comrades, and the 2 wells you drank the 2 draughts out of," he said, "betoken lying and truth. For it is sweet to people to be telling a lie, but it is bitter in the end. And as to myself," he said, "Cuanna from Archtil is my name. It is not here I am used to be, but I took a very great love for you, Finn, because of your wisdom and your great name, and so I put these things in your way that I might see you, and the hospitality of Cuanna's house to Finn will be then the name of this story to the end of the world. And let you and your men come together now," he said, "and sleep till morning." So they did that, and when they awoke in the morning, it is where they were, on the top of Carn Figol, and their dogs and their arms beside them. And here is where I end my tale for today. But I'll be back with more tales, many more tales. Until then, my friends, enjoy the journey. Slán Bye for now. If you enjoyed this story, please give us a thumbs up and comment. It truly helps us.